Ibiza Style TV.
Good morning, Mr. Matutes. Thank you for your time to talk with us about the new venue, Hï Ibiza.
Good morning.
What is the fundamental philosophy of this venue?
It's basically showing what Ibiza is to the tourists, to the people that come to visit us. Ibiza is a fun place, Ibiza is a cool place, Ibiza it's a free place, it's a place where basically you can express the way you want. I mean, there's no prejudgments, and that's how the club is going to be. It's going to be very fun, it's going to be very different, it's going to be a club that I think is going to be designed for these days, and that's something different. That's something that the rest of the clubs I think in Ibiza don't have. And well, basically that's it.
Where did the name Hï Ibiza originate, and what is the significance to you?
I mean, that's the name basically shows what we want to express with this club, which is basically we want to welcome everyone. We want to show that Ibiza is an open place, that it's a place that everyone's welcome, and I think is the perfect name. It's also a short name, which is easy to remember, and it's also I don't know. It's a great name. In fact, it's a name that we are very excited to have, and I hope it's going to be an icon in the island.
What style of refurbishment can we expect to enjoy within the new building?
Well, it's still the same building, let's say. Of course, in the inside there's going to be some refurbishments. There's going to be a different layout, and I think, as I said, the main thing is that it's going to be a club prepared for the new times, for the kind of music that we have right now, for the kind of like, let's say, artists and stars we have right now, and that's something that we're going to be able to be very different from the other ones, because it's something that before basically the DJ wasn't that important, and so he wasn't kind of like in the center of everything. Right now it's going to be, and I hope people have fun, and I hope people enjoy the club.
Does the new club have an entirely different target demographic than the former venue space?
As I said, everyone's welcome. It's true that probably the VIP section, let's say, is going to be a bit bigger than the one in space. But basically, a lot of people that were going to Ushuaia before then were going to space. We hope a lot of people that are going to Ushuaia are also coming to this new club. So definitely.
So it's no different demographic to Ushuaia?
There's some differences, but I mean, in Ibiza, I don't think you can say that there's only one kind of demographics. For example, in Pacha, to put you an example, there's some people that go one day to Pacha and another one to space. So I mean, I think we're gonna be able to touch demographics that we're not going right now to space, but I wouldn't say that it's a completely different demographic.
And the people from Ushuaia later pass over to Hï Ibiza. Is that the idea, or what are what are the open times of the new venue?
It's going to be a disco. It's not going to have the same time. It's not going to have the same times as Ushuaia, and definitely, when you have a certain amount of people right in front of the club, it would be stupid not to try to get some of them inside. But I mean, I think it's going to be a club with enough personality in order to make people go to the club even if they don't go before to Ushuaia. I think it's going to be honestly the best club in Ibiza.
Yeah. Will Hï Ibiza be solely under the team management of Ushuaia, or will you collaborate with other partners or promoters as well?
Well, I mean, in Ushuaia we collaborate with promoters, so we're going to collaborate
but it's more
with
or
promoters.
less the management from Ushuaia. Can we expect to enjoy some extravagant opening and closing parties, which will also transform the parking areas as we saw at the former club?
Probably, yeah.
What kind of new or additional services will you be introducing, for example, gastronomy, restaurant areas?
We're going to introduce gastronomy, mainly in the VIP area and all that, but it's not going to be a restaurant itself. I mean, people that are going to be in the VIP, they're going to be able to have the choice of eating some things, but there's not going to be a formal restaurant itself. We have a lot of restaurants in the area, and I think it wouldn't make too much sense.
Your wife Linda is American, and you yourself are a known investor in a real estate fund in Philadelphia. So clearly you know very well the United States. What is your opinion about the controversial new president? And do you believe that this will have any effect on the American tourism interest in Ibiza?
I think it's a bit early to talk about the president in the U.S. Being that said, some of the movements he's been doing the last days, or the first days basically he's been in office, are movements that I don't agree with. As I said, I think it's early. I think it's it would be it would. As I said, I mean, I'm not liking what I'm seeing up to now, but I mean, it would be. I don't agree also in all those protests that are happening there, because I mean, I think we have to give some time. If things go the way they look they're going, there's going to be time to try to protest or to try to change things. But honestly, in terms of like tourism and all that, I don't think there's going to be main. I mean, there's not going to be barriers between, or more barriers between the European Union and the US in terms of movement of people, I think, and that should be the main thing. Also, with a strong dollar and what it looks, it's like there's going to be a strong dollar for at least like a while. With a strong dollar, it's more appealing, let's say, for the Americans to come to Europe. So I mean, I think I think Ibiza it's a very trendy place in the US, and the brand Ibiza is growing every year in the US, and also with a strong dollar, I think we're gonna have a strong US market for a while, and especially getting stronger.
Okay, thank you very much for this interview.
My pleasure.
Ibiza Style TV.